Hello. Batteries. All right. All right. Oh, BRB. Okay. So, this is introduction part 6. That's what it is. I already did part 5. That's the behavior questions. Okay. I'm going to set a timer. One of 3 things is going to happen. Either it's going to be, time is going to be up from the timer, or I'm going to get tired of doing this, or I'm going to finish part 6 of the intro. Either way, that's going to be the stop. If some unexpected thing pops up, well, then that's the stop. But I don't expect the unexpected on a Tuesday. That's more of a Monday thing, so we'll see. Oh, emergency visit could be a thing, so hopefully not that. Oh, hi there, GMG. Thank you. All right, so the goal is 1 hour of reading time. Get that going. 1 hour starting now. Okay, but if I happen to finish this before that, wow, who is Spider-Man? It's me. No, it's me. No, it's me. Hi. That's a lot going on with your name. All right, so this right here is a read aloud of this book right here, Cracking the Coding Interview. We're in introduction part 6, Big O. This is such an important concept that we are dedicating an entire long chapter to it. Big O time is a language and metric we use to describe the efficiency of algorithms. Not understanding it thoroughly can really hurt you in developing an algorithm. Not only might you be judged harshly for not really understanding Big O, but you will also struggle to judge when your algorithm is getting faster or slower. Master the concept. Oh, hey you 06, you're 8 and September 7th is your birthday and then you'll be 9. That's awesome. Hey you 06, today is called December 17th, 2024. Yes, thank you. Who is Spider-Man? It's me. No, it's me. No, it's me. For green, I think. All right, more reading. Big O? Do you agree about Big O or about birthdays? Either way, an analogy. If I didn't say it already, master this concept. Yeah. An analogy, that's the title. Well, the headline. The header? Something like that. Okay. Imagine the following scenario. You've got a file on a hard drive and you need to send it to your friend who lives across the country. You need to get the file to your friend as fast as possible. How should you send it? Most people's first thought would be email, FTP, or some other means of electronic transfer. Oh, no, some of these things, they're big enough, you gotta mail that. That thought, or FedEx, that thought, no, it was a 999999. You agree to that? Okay, cool. Thank you. Hey, you, 06, I'm also there in the USA. Okay, that's a lot of us. All right. Come out. Tanjiro? I think we're okay. I don't know what the Y is for, though. All right. Most people's first thought would be email, FTP, or some other means of electronic transfer. That thought is reasonable, but only half correct. If it's a small file, you're certainly right. It would take 5 to 10 hours to get to an airport, hop on a flight, and then deliver it to your friend. But what if the file is really, really large? Is it possible that it's faster to physically deliver it via plane? Yes, actually it is. A 1 terabyte, 1 TB file could take more than a day to transfer electronically. It would be much faster to just fly it across the country. If your file is that urgent and cost isn't an issue, you might just want to do that. What if there were no flights? Instead, you had to drive across the country? Even then, for a really huge file, it would be faster to drive. Happy, happy. That sounds awesome. And that's a lot of cool looking emojis also. Time complexity. This is what the concept of asymptotic runtime, or big O time, means. We could describe the data transfer algorithm runtime as electronic transfer, big O of S, where S is the size of the file. This means that the time to transfer the file increases linearly with the size of the file. Yes, this is a bit of a simplification, but that's okay for these purposes. Airplane transfer, big O of 1, with respect to the size of the file. As the size of the file increases, it won't take any longer to get the file to your friend. The time is constant. No matter how big the constant is and how slow the linear increases, linear will at some point surpass constant. I finally have something to show in the book. Here we go. So, this right here is your electronic they were seeing. In this case, linear. It's going up, 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 over and up, positively and positively, versus constant, which is just always at the same vertical. So eventually, you're going to get to a point where this up, 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 up line will cross that constant line. And what constitutes the point of crossing has to do with the file size. All right. Oh, okay. There are many more runtimes than this. Some of the most common ones are big O log n, big O n log n, big O n, big O n squared, and big O to the 2 to the n. So I should probably show that too, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, that does not sound like math. All right. So that's the big O to the S, and that's big O to the 1, which is the constant time. And that's big O to the log in. That's big O to the in log in. And that's big O to the n. That's big, well, that's effectively what the S was. Big O to the n squared and big O to the 2n. This is, no, you don't want that. That's where most brute first take you. That's so, best case, you can go constant. Next best case is that guy, the log n. Only certain things will let you get that, though. Very few things will let you get constant. Ooh. Alrighty. You could also have multiple variables in your runtime. For example, the time to paint a fence that's W meters wide and H meters high could be described as big O WH, which again is the O, which is big, for parentheticals like that, and then a W and an H inside of that. If you needed P layers of paint, you could say that the time is big O WHP. Alrighty. Big O, big theta, and big omega. Alright. Did I miss chat stuff? I guess Rainer didn't feel like popping into this one. Okay. Alright. If you've never covered big O in an academic setting, you could probably skip this subsection. It might confuse you more than it helps. Well, I apologize if I confuse anyone. I covered this a few times. I'll try to explain things, but sometimes it's hard to do. This FYI is mostly here to clear up ambiguity in wording for people who have learned Big O before, so they don't say, but I thought Big O meant. Academics use Big O, big theta, which is the symbol Greek letter, which is like an O with a little in the middle, but it's pronounced as THETA. And big looks like an upside down horseshoe. That's pronounced omega. To describe runtimes, Big O, known as Big O. Academia. Big O describes an upper bound on the time. An algorithm that prints all the values in an array could be described as big O of n. Notice it's capital N. That's the size of your data set. But it could also be described as big O of n to the squared, big O n to the cubed, or big O to the 2 to the n, big O of 2 to the n, or many other big O times. The algorithm is at least as fast as each of these. Therefore, they are upper bounds on the runtime. This is similar to a less than or equal to relationship. If Bob is X years old, I'll assume no one lives past age 130. Then you could say that big X is less than or equal to 130. It would also be correct to say that big X is less than or equal to 1,000, or big X is less than or equal to 1 million. It's technically true, although not terribly useful. Likewise, a simple algorithm to print the values in an array is big O of n, as well as big O of n cubed, or any runtime bigger than big O of n. Right. So then it's the upside down horseshoe. big omega. Sorry, big omega. In academia, big omega is the equivalent concept, but for the lower bound, printing the values in the array is big omega in, as well as big omega log n and big omega 1. After all, you know that it won't be faster than those runtimes. All right. So real quick, this right here is the big omega symbol. This is big omega n. This is big omega log n. This is big omega 1. And this right here is theta, big theta. And that's talking about some things where it's got to be both that and that. So it's the mid. So let's read that nicely. Big theta in academia. Big theta means both big O and big omega. That is, an algorithm is big theta in if it is both big O of n and big omega of n. Big theta gives a tight bound on runtime. In industry, and therefore in interviews, people seem to have merged big theta and big O together. Industry's meaning of big O is closer to what economics mean by big theta, and that it would be seen as incorrect to describe printing an array as big O of n squared. Industry would say that this is big O of n. For this book, we will be using big O in the way that industry tends to use it, by always trying to offer the tightest description of the runtime. Great, because that's kind of what I learned a lot during grad school. Yay! I guess it is helping, hopefully. Best case, worst case, and expected case. We can actually describe a runtime for an algorithm in 3 different ways. I will tell you this. Once you go through computer science, it gives you an interesting way to take inventory of your life and your planning. I'm not very good at the follow through, but I'm definitely better at planning after having the experience of computer science. Ooh, weird. Okay. Best case, worst case, and expected case. We can actually describe a runtime for an algorithm in 3 different ways. All right. Let's look at this from the perspective of quicksort. Oh, that's a good one. Quicksort picks a random element as a pivot and then swaps values in the array such that the elements less than the pivot appear before elements greater than the pivot. This gives a partial sort. Then it recursively sorts the left and right sides using a similar process. Best case. If all elements are equal, the quicksort will, on average, just traverse through the array once. This is big O of n. Oh, that's right. I was trying to figure out if my chat froze. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, hold on. Let me finish this. This actually depends slightly on the implementation of quicksort. There are implementations, though, that will run very quickly on a sorted array. Okay, hold on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, I did lose track of my chat. That happens sometimes. Hold a sec. Wow. So much loss of my chat. Okay, hold on. This is why I'm glad I have my computer. Okay. Okay, let me take a break. I was thinking it was weird here. I didn't see anything going off the chat. Okay, let's see. Who said it right now? Okay, hold on. Oh gosh, so many things happened. December and a lot of nines. I still don't know why, but okay. Hey, you 06, I hope not. Okay, something got said wrong. Hopefully that got corrected. I don't know. Happy, happy, happy is awesome. Before you chat with other people? Okay. Cool. Well, hopefully you're enjoying chatting time here. I'm sorry I missed it. Oh. I just didn't see any new chats on my phone, so I just thought, oh, I guess I was chatting. But then I remembered, oh yeah, my phone or my chat, sometimes it refresh. But if I refresh my phone, that's not really a thing. Okay. Oh, who is Spider-Man? It's me. No, it's me. Etc. Sorry, I don't know. As far as I know, I don't have any mods here who would be... Actually, no, I would have seen that. Yeah. I think it's just technical difficulties. My apologies. Glad you got back in. Alright. Yeah, new people leave. That happens. I'm a little on the boring side. I understand. No problems. What is that? Is that a doggy? That's cute. High school? I don't know. I don't know who else is here. I didn't even realize you were still chatting. Are you talking with yourself right now? That's interesting. Oh, you had to leave. Oh, bummer. Who is Spider-Man? It's me. No, it's not me. No, it's me. Please have a good night. Sorry that I didn't realize that you were chatting and now you have to go to sleep. Oh, I don't know if I'll do a stream tomorrow, but hopefully I'll get some reading in. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, Dina, I was wondering if you're going to pop in for this one. Yeah, I missed this whole thing because my phone, the chat froze on my phone and I just didn't realize. I kind of forgot that was the thing that happens sometimes. Well, anyway, back to reading time. That timer's still ticking along. Okay. Worst case. What if we get really unlucky and the pivot is repeatedly the biggest element in the array? Actually, this can easily happen. If the pivot is chosen to be the first element in the subarray and the array is sorted in reverse order, we'll have this situation. In this case, our recursion doesn't divide the array in half and recurse on each half, just shrinks the subarray by one element. This will degenerate to and big O of n squared runtime. So that looks like, oh, what happened? That looks like that. Big O of n squared. And then the expected case is this right here, the big O in log n. Let's talk about that. So expected case is the following. Usually, though, these wonderful or terrible situations won't happen. Sure, sometimes the pivot will be very low or very high, but it won't happen over and over again. We can expect a runtime of, oh yeah, this just reminded me. Sometimes you can randomize. That's what you do to try to reduce the risk of the worst case happening is you kind of have to have your pivot randomly some kind of way. The how? I forgot that part. Anyway, sure, sometimes the pivot very low or very high, but it won't happen over and over again. We can expect a runtime of McDowell and login. We rarely ever discuss best case time complexity because it's not a very useful concept. After all, we could take essentially any algorithm, special case some input, and then get big O of 1 time in the best case. For many, probably most algorithms, the worst case and the expected case are the same. Sometimes there's different though, and we need to describe both of their own times. What is the relationship between best, worst, expected case and big O, theta, omega? It's easy for cats to muddle these concepts, probably because both have some concepts of higher, lower, and exactly right. But there is no particular relationship between the concepts. Best, worst, and expected cases describe the big O, or big theta, time. That's the parenthetical part about big theta. Or big theta. Time for particular inputs or scenarios. Big O, big omega, and big theta describe the upper, lower, and tight bounds for the runtime. Space complexity. Time is not the only thing that matters in an algorithm. We might also care about the amount of memory or space required by an algorithm. Space complexity is a parallel concept to time complexity. We need to create an array of size n. This will require big O of n space. If we need a two-dimensional array of size n by n, this will require big O of n squared space. Stack space in recursive calls counts too. For example, code like this would take big O of n time and big O of n space. All right, show some code. Alrighty. Okay. Int sum, int n, curly brace, comment of x1. If n is less than or equal to 0, return 0. Return n plus sum n minus 1. Each call adds a level to the stack. Sum 4, sum 3, sum 2, sum 1, sum 0. Each of these calls is added to the call stack and takes up actual memory. However, just because you have n calls total doesn't mean it takes big O in space. Consider below the function which adds adjacent elements between 0 and n. Int pair sum sequence int n, example 2, int sum equals 0 for int I equals 0, semicolon, I less than n, semicolon, I plus plus, curly brace, sum plus equals pair sum I comma I plus 1, semicolon, curly brace, return sum, curly brace, int pair sum, int A, int B, return A plus B. I can't just continue curly brace. This is what I have to show. Okay. There will be roughly big O in calls to pair some. However, those calls do not exist simultaneously on the call stack. So you only need big O of one space. Drop the constants. It is very possible for big O in code to run faster than big O1 code for specific inputs. Oh, really? Nice to know. Big O just describes the rate of increase. For this reason, we drop the constants in runtime. An algorithm that one might have described as big O to n is actually big O of n. Many people resist doing this. They will see code that has two non-nested for loops and continue this big O of 2n. They think they're being more precise. They're not. Consider the below code. Oh, hi Godzilla. Here is a shout out. Hello. Hey, Going Rat VR. I'm glad to see you're back. Here's the thing. I was checking out some of the things you deleted. Don't feel the need to delete too many things. Oh, were you having a headache issue too? Well, that happens. At least you guys get your headaches via the internet. When I get a headache because a high schooler, it's usually IRL, and not much I can do until the period's over, and then they leave. That's the great thing about periods in high school. If they're in your class once, they're not in your class anymore that day. Okay. That being said, I am really grateful to have anybody come by and express themselves. So let's just try to be kind, even if we get headaches. But also, I'm sorry, I kind of missed it. I didn't realize my chat froze on me. All right, here we go. Consider the code min and max 1. Int min equals integer dot max value, int equals max equals integer dot min value for int x colon array if x is less than min, min equals x. If x is greater than max, max equals x. Min and max 2. Int min equals integer dot max value, int max equals integer dot min value for int x colon array if x is less than min, min equals x for int x colon array if x is greater than max, max equals x. So comparing these two, then we're going to talk about it. Okay, that's a 1. That's a 2. All right. Which one is faster? The first one does 1 for a loop, and the other one does 2 for loops. But then the first solution has 2 lines of code per for a loop rather than 1. If you're going to count the number of instructions, then you'd have to go to the assembly level and take into account that multiplication requires more instructions than addition, how the compiler would optimize something, and all sorts of other details. This would be horrendously complicated, so don't even start going down this road. Big O allows us to express how the runtime scales. We just need to accept that it doesn't mean that big O n is always better than big O n squared. Drop the non-dominant terms. Okay, this is all very much review. Okay, I'm so happy about that. I definitely made the right call in taking the data structures algorithms master's exam, and I apparently meeting very, very slow helped because I had to take that test 3 different times. So eventually, not to mention so many times you learn about Big O when you're first in computer science as a major. So, hey, something stuck. Yay! Jump, jump. Ugh. Draw, draw. English. I speak it. It is. It's my first best language, but sometimes my brain just goes. Boop. Drop the non-dominant terms. What do you do about an expression such as big O of n squared plus n? The second n isn't exactly a constant, but it's not especially important. All right. So effectively, this is what they're saying. You have your big O of n squared, and then you plus your n, but they're saying this is obviously way smaller than that. So it effectively doesn't matter. Just drop it. That's what they're saying. Okay, let's read that. Oh. That second n isn't exactly constant, but it's not especially important. We already said that we drop constants. Therefore, big O n squared plus n squared would be big O n squared. Alrighty. Oh. You should drop the non-dominant terms. Okay. This is, I gotta show you guys thing again. But yeah, going around here, seriously, just don't be running people away from the chat or stream and our future streams. If you can help it, that'd be great. So big O of n squared plus n becomes O n squared. Big O of n plus log n becomes big O of n. Big O of 5 times 2 to the n plus 1000 n to the 100 becomes big O of 2 to the n. We might still have a sum in a runtime. For example, the expression big O b squared of b squared plus a cannot be reduced without some special knowledge of a and b. The following graph depicts the rate of increase for sum of the common big O times. All right. So this right here is big O of x factorial. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's the worst. You really don't want factorial. Big O of 2 to the x. Big O of x squared. Big O of x to log x. Big O of x. All the way down here is big O to the log x. As you can see, big O x squared is much worse than big O of x, but it's not nearly as bad as big O to the 2 to the x or big O to the x factorial. There are lots of runtimes worse than big O of x to the factorial too, such as big O, really? Okay. Please don't get those. Big O x to the x or big O to the 2 to the x times x factorial. Yeah, no. All right. So I show when I need to, but otherwise I'm not trying to show. If you're interested in the book, it's called Cracking the Coding Interview by Gayle, Laakman, McDowell. This is the 6th edition. It's available on Amazon. It's available at Barnes & Noble. I got it at Reichman Bookstore because I couldn't wait for Amazon. Because I need to figure out this stuff soon if I can help it. I probably could have used that money for some food, but kind of trying to figure out this job thing. So we'll see. All right. Multi-part algorithms. add versus multiply. Suppose you have an algorithm that has two steps. When do you multiply the runtimes and when do you add them? This is a common source of confusion for candidates. Okay. There is a lot going on with Spider-Man. Okay, I didn't miss anything in the chat. Okay then. Add runtimes, A plus B, versus multiply the runtimes to go of A times B. Okay, let's look at that. So, side by side, this says for int A, colon, RA. You print your A. You have just this for loop, and then you have outside of that for loop a different for loop. That one dealing with A's, this one dealing with B's. So that's why you plus. But when you have this inner for loop like this guy, where it's a for loop within a for loop, that's when you multiply. So that says for and okay. So just looking again at the pluses, for an A, colon, all right, A, print A, for int B, colon, array B, print B, versus for int A, colon, array A, for int B, colon, array B, print A, plus, comma, plus B. You can see all the curly braces and stuff. Okay. Talking again. And the example on the left, we do A chunks of work, then B chunks of work. Therefore, the total amount of work is A plus B. In the example on the right, we do B chunks of work for each element in A. Therefore, the total amount of work is big O, A times B. In other words, if your algorithm is in the form, do this, then we're all done. Do that, then you add the run times. If your algorithm is in the form of do this, for each time you do that, then you multiply the run times. Okay. Starting to panic a little bit. Oh, wow. How'd that happen? There's only like a little over 20 minutes left of reading time. Gee whiz. All right then. It's very easy to mess this up in an interview, so be careful. Amortized time. An array list or a dynamically resizing array allows you to have the benefits of an array while offering flexibility in size. You won't run out of space in the array list since its capacity will grow as you insert elements. An array list is implemented with an array. When the array hits capacity, the array list class will create a new array with double the capacity and copy all the elements over to the new array. How do you describe the runtime of insertion? This is a tricky question. The array could be full. If the array contains an element, then inserting a new element will take big O in time. You will have to create a new array of size 2n and then copy n elements over. This insertion will take big O in time. However, we also know that this doesn't happen very often. The vast majority of time, insertion will be in big O of 1 time constant. We need a concept that takes both into account. This is what amortized time does. It allows us to describe that, yes, this worst case happens every once in a while, but once it happens, it won't happen again for so long that the cost is amortized. AMORTIZED. In this case, what is the amortized time? As we insert elements, we double the capacity when the size of the array is a power of 2. So after x elements, we double the capacity at array sizes 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, x. That doubling takes respectively 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, x copies. What is the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus plus x? If you read the sum left to right, it starts with 1 and doubles until it gets to x. If you read right to left, it starts with x and halves until it gets to 1. What then is the sum of x plus x over 2 plus x over 4 plus x over 8 plus plus 1? This is roughly 2 times x. Therefore, x insertions takes big O of 2x time. The amortized time for each insertion is big O of 1. Oh, hi Nishat. Sharma, thank you. I'm thinking I want to work in tech. I don't know. I got done with computer science grad school, so that's a yay. But now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So that's nah. But that's part of 2024, I guess. Oh, that's nice of you to say. Well, for now, if you haven't already, consider liking, subscribing, and joining in future live streams. Right now, we're talking about Cracking the Coding Interview by Gayle, Laakman, McDowell, 6th edition. This lady right here. And maybe later some C++ all-in-one for dummies. Not today though. Like later this month or starting fresh in 2025. Okay, so okay, great. Log in runtimes. I have about 15 minutes, give or take. Let me see how much longer this is. Oh, so much longer. Yeah, there's no way. I'm too slow reader, and plus I gotta show things because I like showing things when it's something that requires showing. Log in runtimes. We commonly see they go log in and runtimes. Where does this come from? Let's look at binary search as an example. In binary search, we are looking for an example x in an in-element sorted array. We first compare x to the midpoint of the array. If x equals the middle, so it's equivalent to the middle, then we return. If x is less than the middle, then we search on the left side of the array. If x is greater than the middle, then we search on the right side of the array. So this is one of those gotta try to show things, otherwise it's just like, what? I remember that feeling. All right. And this is what I don't want to return to during a job interview. Yeah. Search within these numbers. The numbers are an array of 1, 5, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15, 19, 21. First step is find the midpoint. I'm pretty sure it's 11. All right. Compare 9 to 11. Yeah, 11 is the midpoint. 9 smaller. Great. Now let's go ahead and search 9 within 1 to the midpoint. So then I say compare 9 to 8. Oh, that's the midpoint. That's 8, the new midpoint. Oh, it's bigger. Okay, let's look at that part. All right, search 9 within 9, 11. Ding, ding, ding. We've got a winner. 9 to 9. Return. Ooh, ready. We start off with an in-element array to search. After a single step, we're down to n over 2 elements. One more step, and we're down to n over 4 elements. We stop when we either find the value or we're down to just one element. The total runtime is in a matter of how many steps dividing n by 2 each time we can take until n becomes 1. The total runtime is then a matter of how many steps dividing n by 2 each time. I said that part. Okay, showing this part. Okay, so in this case, n equals 16. You divide by 2 to get n equals 8. You divide by 2 to get n equals 4. You divide by 2 to get n equals 2. You divide by 2 to get n equals 1. We could look at this in reverse, going from 1 to 16 instead of 16 to 1. How many times we can multiply by 2 till we get n. N equals 1. Multiply by 2 to get n equals 2. Multiply by 2 to get n equals 4. Multiply by 2 to get n equals 8. Multiply by 2 to get n equals 16. What is k in the expression 2 to the k equals n? This is exactly what log expresses. 2 to the 4th equals 16. Therefore, log 2 of 16 is equal to 4. Log to the n equals k. Therefore, 2 to the k equals n. This is a good takeaway for you to have when you see a problem where the number of elements in the problem space gets halved each time. That will likely be a big O log n runtime. Again, for those who need a refresher. The sleepies are coming on. Big O of log n. Looks like that. All right. Okay, so then this is the same reason why finding an element in a balanced binary search tree is big O of log n. With each comparison, we go either left or right. Half the nodes are on each side, so we cut the problem space in half each time. What's the base of the log? That's an excellent question. The short answer is that it doesn't matter for the purposes of big O. The longer explanation can be found at base of logs on page 630. Ooh. I'm kind of curious. All right, sure. Base of logs, 630, sure. Oof, big book, 630. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, pretty much I'm gonna try and do that with this book and the leak book. See, I have to say I love this series. The cracking that, like as soon as I saw that they had something about the coding, I'm like, oh yeah. Because okay, quick aside. So I became a student teacher here in the state of California because I had to pass this thing called a CBEST. California, well, several things. A few things you have to do. But one thing you have to do is pass this thing called the CBEST, the California Basic Educational Skills Test, I think. So anyway, my very first experience with cracking that was cracking the CBEST. It was epic. It was so awesome. It was super helpful. Then later on, when I decided, oh, grad school, oh yay, oh, GRE, oh yay, I got the cracking the GRE, also very helpful. And there was a little brief time where I was on YZAN and I was trying to tutor. And I was trying to tutor someone who was trying to take their TOEFL, TOEFL. And so at the time, I'm like, I know what to do, cracking the TOEFL. So I was so happy when I saw this was a book that existed and just knew how to run to Barnes & Noble and go get it. I very much enjoy cracking that series. So hopefully I needed some direction, and I'm like, well, this might be a good start. So far, I'm enjoying it, and it's nice to have the review. I mean, it's good. Like, here's the thing: it's like any test. It's good to make sure it's actually in my head. I just don't think it's in my head because I don't like the frustration. No, not really. I don't like the anxiety, and no, not really. But yeah, thank you so much. Nice shot, Sharma. I appreciate that. Oh, you're very kind. I appreciate that. Sometimes people are very trolly on YouTube. Okay, 6:30. Usually I feel like it's my mod who's being the troll. That's weird. Alright, so then this is talking about the base, they said. Oh, where is that? Did I read that right? Hold on. Let me go back to our solutions. Looking forward to that. But right now it's just good to get as much into Big O as I can this evening and then pick up from there whenever it is I'm streaming. And I still don't know that part. I'm sleepy. All I know is last year things got very hectic just before work ended, and I do not need a repeat. I've been having a crazy enough year without having to deal with work stuff again. I mean, I'm fine getting bit. I got bit like 3 times. Fine, okay. But I don't get fired over getting bit. Or at least if I did, that'd be kind of weird. Okay, let me see. But yeah, I finally got, I got my first Hep B. I don't know if I ever had one, but I got my first one. I'll be getting my second one coming up in January because I'm tired of getting bit, and I got to get a tetanus that second time I got bit because I heard from the nurse at the school that they weren't really clear about the vaccination status of the student who bit me. So fun. And if I had a tetanus shot, I was a little back then. So anyway, I don't usually have to do workman's comp, but oh no, thank you. This gotta be a state. No, I wish. When I was a teenager, I was all about the art. I like math too, but not enough. I was very in the outs of math. I was very having a hard time with the math, but kind of find out it wasn't the math I was having a hard time. It was just the living situation. But I didn't know that. I just knew I suddenly was terrible at math until I wasn't. There was like one class where I was actually one of the top students and I could not understand. And then the same kind of thing happened at my junior college level. I'm like, huh? But anyway, Khan Academy. Woo, thank you, Khan Academy. Thank you, Sal Khan. Really got me over my math anxiety. I would have not been in this position without. Now that's a dream job. I would love to do some stuff with Khan Academy. Alright, let's see. Where was I talking about base? I'm just blabbing. 6:30. Sum of powers of 2. She didn't say that. Okay, sum of powers of 2. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I see now. This might be it, though. I feel like my timer's about to go beep, beep, beep. And I really need some food and take my medication and get some sleepy times because I have another 3:15 wake up. Yay, because I still don't know where I'm supposed to work tomorrow. Trying to get those teaching jobs in, but hey, we're about to go off for 2 weeks, so I don't know how many are available. If I could not assist, I'd be great. That'd be super. Okay. Sum of powers of 2. Consider this sequence. 2 to 0 plus 2 to the 1 plus 2 to the 2 plus ... plus 2 to the n. What is the result? A nice way to see this is by looking at these values in binary. See, part of what I love about cracking that is they're so great at like putting this in a way where my brain's like, oh, that's pretty and it makes sense. Ooh, I like that. Get close to that. That's great. So anyway, 2 to the power of 0. Binary is 00001. Decimal is 1. 2 to the 1 is 00010. Decimal is 2. 2 to the 2 is 00100. Decimal is 4. Then there's power of 2 to the 3 is 01000. Decimal is 8. 2 to the 4 is 1, 0. 4 is in binary 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Decimal is 16. Sum is 2 to the 5 minus 1, 1, 1. And binary is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And decimal is 32 minus 1 equals 31. Therefore, the sum of 2 to 0 plus 2 to 1 plus 2 to n, 2 to 2 plus plus 2 to n would, in base 2, be a sequence of n plus 1 ones. This is 2 to the n plus 1 minus 1. Take away. The sum of a sequence of powers of 2 is roughly equal to the next value in the sequence. Yo, that's fun. It's nice to have some math hacks. Okay, how much more time is there? Oh, less than a minute. I mean, a little over a minute. Probably less than a minute now, though. Whew. Okay, let me finish off this section, and then I'll just have to pick up. There's no way I'm finishing all of the chapter, so I'm just going to finish off. Did I already finish the section? I don't even know. I'm so tired. I'm sleepy. Okay, hold on. I might have already done that, in which case I'd be finished. Oh. Alright, we were talking about the base. Oh, no, not yet. Okay, continuing on. I'm going to finish this section in a little bit. Try to remember this pattern. When you have a recursive function that makes multiple calls, the runtime will often, but not always, look like big O branches to the depth. All right, let's showcase what they're seeing with that. Gayle, Laakman, McDowell is seeing. She's seeing big O of branches, so the number of branches in your tree. These things are branches. To the depth, that's how tall your tree is. Right. Oh, that's time. But again, I'm clearing out the section, which is ending real soon. Where branches is the number of times... Oh, I keep forgetting they're going to explain it. Sorry. Where branches is the number of times each recursion call branches. In this case, this gives us big O. 2 to the n. As you may recall, the base of a log doesn't matter for big O, since logs of different bases are only different by a constant factor. However, this does not apply to exponents. The base of an exponent does matter. Compare 2 to the n and 8 to the n. If you expand 8 to the n, you get 2 cubed. All of that to the n, which equals 2 to the 3n, which equals 2 to the 2n times 2 to the n. As you can see, 8 to the n and 2 to the n are different by a factor of 2 to the 2n. That's very much not a constant factor. And for those of you who are like wanting the what, if it's all helpful, let me try and show you. So they're saying that this, when you're looking at that between 2 to the n and 8 to the n, 8 to the n, 8 to the n you can consider as 2 cubed to the n, which is the same as saying 2 to the 3n. So you're effectively having 2 to the n times 2 to the n, sorry, 2 to the 2n times 2 to the n, which is obviously bigger than just 2 to the n by itself. Okay. So, the space complexity of this algorithm will be big O of n. Although we have big O to the 2n nodes in the tree total, only big O of n exists at any given time. Therefore, we would only need to have big O to the n memory available. So let me show that real quick. Whew, and then that is it for this evening's read aloud, and also so big O to the n. So you have big O to the 2n nodes, but you're only ever looking at big O to the n at a time. So that's why you only ever need to have that amount of memory available. Great. So that's going to be later. Beautiful time to pause because I don't feel like it right now. All right, because sleepy. So that means next time that I stream this, I really probably gonna have to wait till the weekend. Well, the weekend. Oh, I'm gonna not be here this weekend. We might not get back to this until I get back from visiting, because I don't really. The way things tend to go when I'm visiting home. This is home. Second home. Home of my youth, put it that way, I guess, is things get kind of hectic. So I don't plan on picking this up again until 2025, or at least when I get back from visiting. So I'm planning on going up this Friday, coming back down on the 29th of December, because I got something to do with my boyfriend on the 30th. Of December, so somewhere after the 30th, if not on the 30th, but before I get back from go back to work, because as far as I know, I'm having 2 weeks of no work, so I gotta keep busy with something. But I don't know. I'll have it with me. I'll bring the book with me, and like with the library book, I'd rather library book stay, because I don't like having to replace people's library books. I can bring this with me, and if I feel somehow magically that it's not super hectic and I can actually do something like this, cool. I'll be lucky if I can even get a YouTube shorts in. Last time I was up there for the full Thanksgiving week and I couldn't even get shorts in because lots of stuff just be happening. So anyway, that's gonna be it for reading, and I guess I will give 10 minutes on the clock. That sounds good. That's perfectly lined up with dinner time. All right, I'm going to set time for 10 minutes in case anyone has anything they want to say. I did refresh the chat to make sure I wasn't missing something again. Okay, that's starting now. This will be my opportunity to see if I need to catch up or something. No? I don't know. Anyway, I got school experience. That's what I got. As far as like work experience, all my work experience involves hanging out with students. All right. So that timer is ticking. If anyone has anything they want to see in the chat, do so before the timer goes. That would be my recommendation. Because I certainly don't do DMs. Oh, no sliding into nothing. My apologies, but that's called too much drama. I am a teacher. I can't help it. Yeah, I sure do. Even for myself. It's like, okay, let me give it this time. All right. I am. That's why it's like, oh, I gotta watch one. Let's do that. I literally had to do that like 4 times today at work because I was doing mild mod, and from where I work, sometimes mild mod involves you having small groups or one-on-one time, and it's like, hey, I don't have any better way to keep track of the time. If I don't set an alarm or don't set a timer, then I'm just like lost. It's like, what's time? What's that? That's a thing? Huh? There's stuff to do besides do this? Oh, okay. So I gotta stay on top of it. I definitely have come a long way since uh, my bachelor, my time as an undergrad, because procrastination was like my favorite thing to do ever for a while there. Oh, all right. This is whoever's opportunity to say something in chat. Go around here. Are you still around or did you peace out again? I can't tell. Oh, I hope I didn't scare you off. I'm just trying to say I don't want anyone to feel scared off. Oh, really? Good night? Okay, good night, Renardina. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe tomorrow if I feel it. I don't even know what my job is tomorrow. It could be anything. I could get bit again. I hope not, though. I'm really tired of that. Oh. Alright then. Good night, Renardina. Grab your. Gee whiz. You just keep poofing. Alright, there's just over 6 minutes left on my timer. I can't bite back. You really want me to get sued? I'd rather, or jail time. I'd rather not though. I say no, thank you. Okay, if I'm doing my mouth time, I'm one of the people with my computer. So the other person here is you, Ryan. Oh, 2 more people popped up maybe. Oh, well, we'll see how long. Anybody want to say anything in the chat before I close out the stream real soon? You know, I gotta say, I was thinking I had it bad by getting bit 3 times, but then someone of my brother that made me like, oh, well, at least that didn't happen. So, okay. I'm just glad he's okay though. Oh boy, that was very scary. Oh, you're gonna say anything? Okay. I see. I see what you did. That's a good one. You're welcome to say anything as much as you like. Oh. Oh, my boyfriend, alright. Hopefully he's doing better. He went out to go do a thing, and then he got back home, I think. I'm a little confused on that part. I gotta try to communicate about what happened. All I know is I got off work, and I thought he was at my place, but I guess he was saying he was in his place. But either way, he was saying he was feeling sick. I'm like, what? So, looks like he slept it off. Hopefully he's feeling better. Yeah, I was trying to help him with that, but I get it. He needs his independence. He's used to being able to handle stuff. So the number one frustrating thing about him being sick for him is he doesn't really want to have help. But anyway, I still help. So something happens where I can't help, and then he's not feeling good after. I'm like, oh, bummer. What could I have done differently here? But I gotta remember he likes his independence. He's gotta feel like he can, and I get it with all this stuff that's been happening with his health. You just gotta feel like you can control something, because So many things you thought you had control over, you find out not really though. I don't know. Growing up in what I grew up with, that was like an obvious thing for me since I was young. I don't know how my brother missed it though. We grew up in the same stuff. And our aunt, she passed away at 40. And I don't know why my brother seems like he's trying to be ducking out by 45. It's really a bummer. Anyway, let me not get all boo-hoo-hoo mopey again. That's the whole point of Tuesday Groovin, was to try to feel less like that. Oh, and hopefully getting some prepping, hopefully enough to get somewhere with this job. I'm tired of worrying about money. Just super tired of it. And being a burden. I don't like that at all. Alright. Now it's just me doing all the talking. Okay, that happens a lot. Okay, a little over 2 minutes. I can do some more art. Maybe I'll get some more art time in when I'm up visiting. Because honestly, this tree worked out. Real fun. That was great. And it was really like therapeutic. I forgot how much. That was like my go-to. Writing, when I was growing up, doing the crap I was doing. Writing, art, music, good book. All kinds of ways to just try to get through it. I guess I didn't have it too bad. And I managed. That's a plus. Didn't just end up some statistic. At least not yet. We'll see. Ooh, I guess I'll bum myself out. That'd be great. Alright, just over a minute left for anyone to say anything. If you want to say Ryan or Dina, you can put the word anything if you like. Or anything else. You could also put the words anything else if you'd like. Technically. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't leave anybody hanging. Paper. Scissors. Scissors. Eventually, someone in the chat has to play with you because you guys are more at the same time than I am. I have this funny thing called a lag going on that I still don't know how long it is and if it varies from stream to stream. I already said scissors, but you did say rocks, so you won. I know the rules. That's how it goes. Yay, you did it. Yay, win for you. Awesome. Oh, that's time. Yay. Fine. Well, you still won though. I see that counts. All right, Rainer, Dina. I gotta go get some food. I've been out of pizza for a while. Yesterday I did some microwave angel hair pasta and water with some ragu that was probably a little too old because it tasted really tangy. But I managed, and a little bit of chicken breasting. So today I'm gonna do some vegan thing with rice and probably some of my morning glory chicken nuggets thingies that aren't really chicken, you know. And then I gotta take my meds before that. Yes, I'm gonna take my meds before that, then eat. Oh, well, I'm trying to, okay. So far, it seems like it's going okay. 5 years, wild. So, I would love to say that I could do full vegan and make it work. I like chicken too much. I've been trying the fake chicken, but mainly I'm trying to do at least semi-vegan some of the time to keep my cholesterol not problematic. Apparently, it's been working okay because I was talking with my doctor, my primary doctor, a week or two ago, and he was saying that I seem to be controlling the cholesterol via diet. Great, because I don't like dealing with medicine. I'm the kind of person who only gets it if I absolutely needs to. So anyway, let me just get that real quick. But yeah, when it comes to asthma, I can't play around with that. I need to breathe. That's required. So if it's something that gets me breathing, okay then. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Just a little, one of these minute brown rice and four of these guys. That's what it says on the serving size. So, yeah. Every so often I like to try to trade off. I kind of messed that up last week, but I'm going to try to get back on that for a bit. Granted, next week I'm probably not going to be able to because I've got to eat what's available. So whatever my pound is doing is pretty much what I'm going to do. And, get a little salad going on, or lettuce and some salad dressing, and it's called yummy. All right. So on that note, I'm going to go take my meds. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've chicken is kind of the go-to. Fish, I'm trying to get. I actually did just get some canned. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Since we're talking food, I can talk food for days. And I got go El Cheapo, so I got a can of this. Well, not just one, but some cans of that. I also got some of this because I had to go for myriad of things that said $1 something because things are not good right now. Oh Lord. So yeah, so today I'll do vegan. I'll do the brown rice and I'll do the chicken, morning glory, and yeah. All right, 2 more minutes. See, that's the other thing. When there's a lag involved, I kind of have to set a timer because I don't know how long the lag is, but there's no way it's 2 minute lags. So in case anyone has anything to say, I won't miss it, or at least they had plenty of time to put it in. It's 2 minutes right now. So hey, I happen to think a lot of what I learned working in education would work great working for coding, whatever. Because frankly, I don't know if it's a big part of how I got through grad school was being able to, even though life was not simple at all, the entirety of grad school, and that wasn't just the COVID. That started right when I started grad school, but all other kinds of things happened too. It was great. So if I didn't have that teacher type thing going on, I don't know. I don't know what I would be able to do. And it was not easy, and I did not get all aces. Let's be clear on that one. I did all right, and I made it. I graduated. I got my master's. Yay! Looking forward to PhD one day in the future. But right now I gotta focus on. Best case, I can work for a job that helps with master. The other one. I already got master's. PhD. Yeah, that one. Okay. Oh, go right here. You just be. You are here. Okay, cool. Good. I'm glad I waited because I was like, what happened to go to VR? You just keep bouncing. I don't get it. Oh. Ugh. All right. 3 more work days. Oh, God willing, nothing crazy will happen. I'm still very, very scared. I still have like flashbacks of how everything just went the wrong way last year. I don't know. Huh? Oh, Karen Harding. On that note, at least you guys are having fun. On that note, I am. Oh, that's the 3 of us. Oh, +2. Hi, people. I'm on my way out, but this is a real loud cracking the carding review, and I start this again probably in 2025, if not before the new year. Probably not while I'm up visiting. We'll be continuing on Big O, the chapter on Big O. No, it's not just a very big robot in an anime, although that's what I always think of when I think of Big O. Big O, Big O, something like that. It is great. That's a great anime if anyone hasn't seen it. All right. Okay, still on that note. Oh, I'm so excited for 2025. I really need. See, I've had years. 2006 trash. 2007 though, amazing, including being able to start at a whole new school because I transferred to bachelor's degree school what do you call this, undergrad. I transferred from being a community college student to an undergrad student at a university. Woo! And I got to move, and it was wonderful. Again, I didn't expect to stay gone. I thought I'd move back after. It just didn't work out that way. Um, and then, so that was so much wonderful year. 2007. 2006, trash. 2007, beautiful. 2016, kind of garbage for similar reasons why a lot of this year has been kind of crap, which is my boyfriend's health. But the first time around, and then 2017 was pretty awesome. So hopefully. Ryan Harding, don't even. Please, don't even. Please don't even. Oh, please. It's bad enough that I've been feeling, up until I graduated, I was kind of feeling like we were still just in 2020 for 4 straight years. But honestly, this year kind of proved to me that, oh no, this is much worse than 2020, 21, 22, 2022, 2020. Yeah, haha. So it's like, it's not even done yet. It could end up okay. I don't know. Tomorrow's the 18th. Tomorrow's the 18th. It's only the 18th. I just want this year to be over. So I don't know. I'm seeing there are parts. I graduated, yay. I found out when I was visiting my family during Thanksgiving break that when I have a new niece or nephew coming around the corner, yay, that's great news. The YouTubing, this has been a fun time. The TikToking has been a fun time. Oh, that's been all wonderful. A lot of crap. So much crap. So much crap though. So much crap is countless. I can't even get into how much. Like, when things have been going kind of easy and simple, I'm like, wow, that still happens in this year of 2024. Wow, some totally crazy thing didn't happen. Oh great. Or like, I'm surprised it was Friday the 13th, and I was like, okay, what's the catch? What's gonna happen? This year has been super crazy. Of course, this Friday the 13th must be awful, and it wasn't. And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, we're not done yet. Oh, we're not done yet. I can't even say past tense yet because we're not done yet. We still got the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Not done yet. I don't even know. We're not even done yet. That's the part I know, and I'm very just, over it. But also, it's like, case in point, I live in California, and there's always this constant threat of earthquake, and the big one happening. Yeah, that one. But how this year's been, though. It's like there's always a constant threat that the worst, possibly worst thing is still going to happen because this year is not even over yet. But anyway, Tuesday Groovin, beautiful time. Thank you for checking that out. Got some reading done. Yay. I think this is working towards something, I hope. I'm going to get some yummy food time after I take my meds. And I gotta sleep because 3:15 a.m. is early. And then last night I just woke up for some reason. I feel like that's been happening the last 2 nights actually. I don't know what that's about. I'm kind of tired of that. So usually I like to just stay asleep after I go to sleep, but for some reason that's been hard to manage. So anyway, I think that's gonna have to do it, friends. When I'm going to do anything again with the stream, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. I don't know. It all is very dependent on how things go with work. Like where it is, what it is, how chaotic is it, how long does it take me to get home. No idea. We'll see. But I do know I don't want to do this until like my brain is in it. So as far as continuing on with cracking the coding review with the exercise and stuff, I want to actually, unlike with the C++ Online for Dummies, where I just pretty much talk things out, this actually has work that I want to do to make sure I understand the things. Because I'm going to have to do it, in theory, one day for an interview, at least one interview. And I want to be able to not feel like a total joke. That'd be great. All right. Going around VR. Ryan Ardina, myself, and other person who just popped up. Thank you for joining in. Good night. Going around VR. Good night. Ryan Gardina. Good night to myself. Good night, person who just popped up. Yep. I'm going to call it on this stream. What doesn't feel half bad? Come on, Ryan Gardina. I need some sleep. What doesn't feel half bad? Oh, the year? Hey, if your 2024 has been going, no, you're not. You're fine. But yeah, if your year has been going great and not even half bad, bravo. I'm very happy for you. I don't know what it is about me and people aside from you, I guess, in my surroundings, but all right, I'm just happy this will be ending soon. God willing, with nothing too crazy happening, because I mean, September, I will, but September, I thought I was having a rough time. Then on September 10th, I hear from my aunt that my grandma died. And it's like, oh great. Like, and that was when my boyfriend was stuck in the hospital still. And James Earl Jones had died. And the news was on when I was with my boyfriend about that. And I was like, I got a weird feeling. Because my grandma always reminded me of James Earl Jones for some reason. She was a big Star Wars fan, so that could have been part of it. But they favor each other too, a bit. But then you would think, oh, that's enough. Grandma dead. Worst thing, right? Well, A little after that, when my great aunts passed away. So my mom's mom had already passed away. So my dad's mom passed away in September. Then my mom's aunt passed away shortly after that. Then, day after Thanksgiving, my dad's aunt passed away. It's like, what's going on? So I don't even want to know what's next. I'm just hoping that this year ends without too many more crazy things happening. And that 2025 is awesome sauce. That's what I'm hoping. Key salute. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to join a chat room. That's a question you're just gonna have to figure out the answer on your own. That being said, I have to go. I have things to do that involve food. Maridina, thank you very much. Golden Rat VR, thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful evening. Key salute, work on your manners. That'd be great. Alright, anyway, in the future, wherever, whenever, however, whatever, just make the most of it. That's the word. Bye-bye.